Today's tutorial is about creating a template and also having fill-in fields within the template so that whoever uses it will just respond to some questions and don't even have to really move around in the document itself. So I'm going to create a memo for my company. So I'm going to first of all start with insert my company logo, and then I'm going to type my company name, and then I'm going to type that it's a memorandum, and then the fields I want to put in is to, from, date and subject, and then the comments field underneath. The subject field I want to underline to break it up. I want to set the line spacing between those four fields as single and 12. Put that in again. I'm changing the picture, text wrapping, I want it tight. I'm going to change the font to Algerian, the same as my other document, and increase the size and center the heading, make the logo just a slight bit bigger. And then all of these areas I want in 12-point font. And I'm just going to move that slightly so it's a bit more centered, and I'm just going to move it up slightly. So that's my layout. I then want to create a tab for these four lines over at about 2.5, and then I'm going to now create what we call fill-in fields. So I'm going to insert quick part field. I need to go down to fill-in field, so fill in, and in here I'm going to type the question that will come up. So who is this Memo to? And I'm going to say OK, and then that's the box that will come up. So I'll just say OK, tab across, quick part field, down to fill in, and we're going to type who is this Memo from? And now in the date, we're going to tab across. Now in the date and time, we're going to insert a date in the format we like, which is 27 full month. And then the year, we're going to tick the update automatically, so every time someone uses this memo, it will automatically have the current day's date on it. We're then going to go to subject, tab across, quick parts, field, fill in, and we're going to put the question, what is the subject matter of this memo? And then under comments, we're going to insert another field, fill in, and put insert contents here. And OK. So essentially we've now set up the memo. You might like to make these fields bold. And if we're happy with the way it looks, we're then going to save it. Now instead of just a save, we're going to do a save as, and in here we're going to save it as a template or a macro enabled template. So if you want to use macros, use a macro enabled template. So in this case we'll do that in case we want to later on put macros in it. So macro enabled template, we're going to put it into trusted templates, and we're going to call it our company name and Memo. So SNL Memo, macro enabled template, in Trusted Templates and save. Now if we were to open a new document, we can go to My Templates and we will see our S&L memo. And I've previously saved one, so we'll just make sure we open the correct one. And we'll call it Document and we'll say OK. So who is this memo to? We'll put the name who we're going to type the memo to. Who is this from? So that's usually going to be you unless you're typing it for someone else. And the subject matter. And the contents. And once we've done that, now as you can see, all the fields are filled in for us. We may want to add our signature, so it could be that you have previously set up your signature macro and all you have to do is type Alt-S and it will put in the macro for your signature. Correct any spelling mistakes, and then when we go to File Save, it will actually ask us to save it as a Word document. We will save it into My Document and you can call it something to do with the file and hit Save. And that's how we create it. So every time now that you go File New and you say you want to use it from My Documents, click on the memo and click on Document and you will get the memo with the question each time. Thank you.